Yo, 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 welcome to the A&B Mobcast. It's your boy AD.
It's your boy Bruce, and we back at it. How you feeling, my boy?
Good, man. Good, man. Happy Saturday, man. Not as normal we do it on Saturday, so I know we would have some busy schedules, but hey, we
Man, I
gotta
woke
make it
up.
happen.
They had a community garage sale at a community right next to my crib. Man, I woke up at like 7:30. Got ready, started driving around,
What
doing
you
my
got?
thing.
What you picked up today?
Bro, I picked up an ottoman. I picked up a plant. I got a plant right here, just kind of like a little side piece in the crib. What else I bought? I bought a grill. I got a whole grill set up in my backyard. I ain't even need the grill. It was one
Was
of
it
those,
was it new, used?
bruh. It was first of all, so it was a community garage sale. So everybody in that community was, if you had things to sell, they brought it out and whatever. And we stumbled across a family who was doing an estate sale. So they just
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just sold their house. It got sold in like a week, bro. Nice ass house like 600, $700,000 house. I'm talking about nice ass house, backyard, pimped out, and everything. You feel me? They had like
Okay.
three. They had three different areas. They had three different sitting areas in their backyard, and they had a pool. Like it was
Yeah.
real decked out. But they were selling everything because they were just trying to, get rid of everything. So we pulled up, and I'm like, damn, this grill is nice. I said, how much for the grill? And he goes, we'll sell it for 60. I opened first of all, it was like pimped out grill. Like it
Yeah.
has a smoker on the side, huge grilling area, charcoal grill. And I'm like, yeah, I need this. And I ain't got no reason for a grill. My backyard got a built-in grill. Literally. I got a built-in grill.
Just
But
doing stuff.
I'm like, you come across some deals you can't
Nah, for
just
sure.
pass up, bro. It's one of
For
those things.
sure.
I couldn't pass it up, bro. I just couldn't pass it up. So yeah, I bought 60, and I couldn't even tote it. I told him straight up. I was like, "You gonna have to deliver this?" He was like, "Yeah, I get off at 4:30 on the weekdays, so we can coordinate. I drop it off to you." I was like, "All right, cool. Let's make it happen." I'm gonna find some place to put it. Best believe that it was fat, pretty nice grill. So I did that all morning, and I'm really just getting back from that. Really had a late breakfast. Came back home, cleaned up a little bit, and here we are, man. I'll probably go to the cigar lounge tonight. So we vibing out for now.
Yeah, nah, I hit the slept in a little bit, hit the wash the car, cleaned the inside and outside, hit the gym. Then when they cleaned up my feet, you know what I'm saying. And then
You got a
went,
pedicure?
yeah,
Is
a
it
little something,
Which one is the
Nah,
hands?
pedicure, manicure is the hands. I ain't never got a manicure. I get the pedicure though.
You folded up your head like that, made
You know what I'm saying? Keep it G, man. You know what I'm saying?
you folded up your head like that made it more masculine.
Yeah, man. Lady, hey, for real. You know what I'm saying? Keep the feet right. You feel me?
Yo,
And then
that's funny.
went out to eat. You know why I went out to eat? So chilling now. Was gonna put together my new Nike Air Max Lego, but just chilling right now. Get on the pod.
That's what's up, bro. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yeah, bro. It's been crazy.
Where you want to start, man? You want to start with Ashley Janae's story? Man, that's been
Yeah, we
all over the
can.
internet, man. Let me catch everybody up to speed. Not that anybody need to be caught up to speed. It's really been everywhere, man. Obviously, Ashley Janae was on vacation with her partner out in Tanzania, right? Someplace in Tanzania, vacation. He proposed to her on vacation and
It's her birthday. Celebrate her birthday.
celebrating the birthday. They got engaged. She was posting pictures while on vacation with the fiance and came up deceased. Family was notified allegedly, 12 hours later is what they said. So what's your thoughts on this story, man?
I mean, my original thoughts was like, damn, like I feel like we hearing this a bit too much with these things occurring, but like again, we don't know the ins and outs of what's going on, so I'm not gonna like just jump to conclusions as to what happened. But then the internet start rolling with stuff and stories get dropped out, this and that. How she talked about this, how she talked about that, his history of dating, and I'm like, oh man, they don't never know what truly happened. But I know there was a big age gap, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so what we do know based on confirmed reports is that there's an age gap between them.
Different
And
races.
also they were they were separated at some point during their
Yeah,
stay
during the trip. Yep,
because
yep.
they got into an altercation, whether that be verbal or physical. Not sure,
Hmm.
but we do know that, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's all we know. As far as confirmed, everything else, to your point, is being speculated all over the internet. Whether he
I
did it,
mean,
he didn't do it.
yeah, first it was released as a suicide, and then they said he had something to do with it. I mean, I think, of course, everyone would lean more towards he had to have something to do with it. But then you also don't know what, she may have been battling internally. You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't there. We don't know what's going on. But based on most of the stuff I read and was seeing, like, he was a frequent visitor of that same, place, resort or whatever, and they were familiar with him. Obviously she hadn't been the first person out there with him, I guess, from what I was reading. So ain't no telling, man. And in those countries, one of the clips I was watching, you could be bought. You know what I'm saying? The police could be bought. You know what I'm saying? You can, money take you a long way. So,
yeah,
mm,
yeah, I think yeah, this story was very interesting, man. I was more surprised how quickly it spread. Is what I'm saying, because I remember the first time I heard about the story. First thing I did, I was like looking her up because I didn't know who she was. They said she was an influencer. I thought I would have
I
noticed
seen,
her.
I seen one of our frat brothers post her. I think they knew her because she from down south, I guess.
Yeah, she from Miami or whatever.
Yeah,
Family
yeah,
from
yeah.
Miami or something like that. But
Hmm.
anyways, so I was just trying to see maybe if I recognize her in the influence space, and I didn't see it. But I think at the time that I looked her up, her social media, her Instagram account only had like 40,000 followers.
Yeah,
And I remember, as more details started coming out, I went back on her social media page, and her social media had grew to like 110, 120.
yeah,
Ain't no
yeah.
telling what it's at right now.
Right,
So, but essentially, I was trying to like understand how we got here. You feel me?
for sure.
First of all, condolences to the family having to bury their daughter, because of a tragedy. But the other aspect is like, it's a lot of questions, bro. It's a lot of questions on this one, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot of questions. Like you have like she was selling. I was trying to find her confirmed source of income, right?
Yeah, cause yeah, yeah.
Like how did she make money?
I always
Mm.
wonder, bro, when people live in these what they say soft lifestyles and stuff like that. Like, bruh, how these people be coming across all this money, bro? I work hard. Hey, Bruce, I work hard.
That's how I
Like,
be.
like, like I work. You know what
That's
I'm
how
saying?
I'll be, bro.
I'm like, boy. I be wondering, bro.
Bro, I'll be out randomly on like a Tuesday, right? Just eating, let's say steak or whatever, 1 p.m. And I'm like I know what I do for a living and how much it pays me, and I know why I'm available on Tuesday at 1. But why are you niggas available?
Hey,
Place enjoying a meal by myself at a random time of day and it's packed. I be having the same thought process. I'm like, why are all y'all available? You see what I'm
listen, bro. This ain't like I
saying?
feel like different atmospheres and different environments, bro. You the writing on the wall. Like for example, I had ate at nice restaurant, nice steakhouse, Council Oak, right? It's in the casino. This was Wednesday evening. So, I had some people take me out to eat, you know what I'm saying? Networking, politic and whatever. And just looking around at the atmosphere, bro. You see it's a lot of sugar daddy activity in there.
Yeah, yeah.
15, 20-year age gap, it's very escortish, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, depending on the environment or atmosphere, bro, they
Yeah.
get into that paper.
Let me tell you something, man. First thing first, murder, if that's what took place,
Never
is,
right.
is not right, right? It's not
Not at
right.
all.
You know, But I want to like my question is how did we get here, right? So I was
Hmm.
trying to find her confirmed source of income. Look at him up. I was easily able to find it. Apparently, he was CEO of a
Hmm.
company. He had early start at Bitcoin. So I see where his money and resources come from,
Yeah.
right? But like I hear she's an influencer, but like I said, when I first visited the page, it was like 40,000 followers, and I'm not seeing any anything in particular that she's
Like a
promoted.
product or nothing. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not seeing any promotions or whatever the case may be. I'm not really seeing any theme. Everything I'm seeing on her social media is kind of like personal lifestyle. You see what
yeah,
I'm saying? She's selling a particular lifestyle, very high end brands, flashy vacations,
yeah,
private travels. That's kind of what I
yeah,
saw all over her social media,
yeah.
right? And when I visited her social media a second time, one thing that caught my attention was there was like a subliminal post where like there was a gentleman lounging in the background, and I was, first of all, you know those subliminal posts. We know those
Yeah,
subliminal
nah, yeah,
posts. Like,
right.
somebody has my attention, but that somebody is not your business. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right,
we know
right.
those
For
subliminal
sure.
posts, right?
So,
So I was trying to zoom in, and I was trying to, like, their left arm was invisible, and they
oh,
had
you'll
like
play a
very
detective.
very specific tattoos, and I'm not sure if those tattoos correlate with this gentleman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But then again, the timeline, that picture was taken in 2023, whatever the case
yeah.
may be. But she was on one of those luxury vacations, right? So I'm like, I don't know if this is her brand of dating. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
yeah.
saying? And if it is, ain't nothing wrong with that. But the other, once again, you got to ask yourself, how do we get here? All that ties into like solving the crime. Like, there's a crime here, right? If we don't
Yeah.
believe it's suicide, then we believe there's a crime. Like, how did we get here ties into that. Like, how do you find yourself in specific social spaces interacting with specific classes of
Age,
people? You see what I'm
correct,
saying?
bro. Correct.
Because, like, I'm just, that's just questions that I just naturally have. Really just, hell, just trying to bring closure to the
So you know,
family and just everybody else, really.
the social media detectives and everybody. I saw on Reddit it said she was an escort allegedly. Used to work in the clubs. Soft girl lifestyles and stuff like that. You get around the right people, or you just gotta be in the right environment, and you never know. Looking good, um, catch somebody's eye, and you play the game, or falling. I'm in the middle of watching what is it, Beauty and the Black, and I be watching all these TV shows and stuff. So your mind go to wondering. You start watching all these shows and seeing all these plots and all that. You know what I'm saying?
But you're
So
asking reasonable questions, though, because the reasonable question that
it
you're
is.
asking
That's
is,
what
how did we get here? You feel
yeah.
me? Like,
I want to know how they met.
yeah,
First,
yeah.
let's
How
start
did
there. How
y'all
do you
met?
meet?
What is the basis of y'all's relationship? You see what I'm saying? And
It
what
could be
does your day
date.
to
It could be
day
a
look like?
dating app.
You
It
see what I'm
could be in the
saying?
club. It could be at a social event. You never know.
Because what we do know is they were confirmed to be dating a little bit over a year, and he proposed. Right? To
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
that
It
seems a
wasn't that
bit
long.
rushed.
Right.
That seems a bit rushed. A year proposed. Okay, cool. Let's give it a benefit out. People fall in love. But the other aspect is like how did we get
They
here? You
said he
feel
had
me?
two an ex-wife already, and that was the relationship was tarnished because of them being toxic and abuse and stuff like that allegedly. And then I think I saw it was another relationship prior to that. You know what I'm saying? He had already been in a couple of previous relationships. You know what I'm saying? And ended up with, because he was 47, 48, something
Yeah.
like that, and she was 30, what,
Yeah, just
31.
turned 31.
Yeah, so 16, 17 year age gap.
Yeah. And it happens. I mean, it happens. But the other
Yeah, yeah,
aspect,
yeah. Yeah, I'm
man,
just.
long story short, I think the nigga killed her. I
You think
think
he
the nigga,
did?
yeah, absolutely.
If he didn't, he did. If he had something to do with it, like he probably, you know what I'm saying? Because they said something about the footage and a lot of stuff was deleted or not. So I'm like, bro, if you got that bread, he probably was running the whole
Yeah.
damn villa or something
Man,
like
I
that.
went
Like,
down a rabbit hole on this one. So one of
I
the
already
first
know.
things that I did is I looked up the currency exchange,
Yeah,
Tanzanian
yeah.
currency versus American currency, right?
What
At
you
the
talking
time that
about?
I looked up, it was like 30 cents to our dollar. You see what I'm
Dang.
saying? So you talking
So three
about
times? God
yeah,
dang.
our dollar is three times stronger than their currency, right? And you
Yeah,
talk about the certain areas are driven by tourism. You see what I'm
yeah. So you
saying?
need that money.
You need that money, right? So whether that be tips, getting paid off, so on and so forth. And this is just me and my conspiracy, allegedly. I think the internet believed that nigga killed her. I don't see how somebody would commit suicide on vacation. But then again, I don't know the stability of her mental health. Yeah.
You never know, but I think, like I said earlier, people leaning more towards him doing it, and you know, it it just sounds shaky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something went wrong. What happened in that argument? They was trying to say that he was caught cheating or something like that, all kind of stuff, and she probably snapped and stuff like that. But or him. I don't know. I just think in a time where we need to realize like the environment you in. You know what I'm saying? If something if it was me, you know what I'm saying, not knowing what happened allegedly, I would kind of tread lightly on how I make my next move. Like, am I about to do this here, or we gonna wait till we get back to the States, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or he might have felt comfortable being over there to be able to do something like that, because you know if something like that happened in the U.S., it's gonna be like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right on top of it, depending on where you at.
So that assuming he's guilty, allegedly, we're
Right,
just speculating. Assuming
right,
he's
right.
guilty, I don't even know how this
Yeah,
plays
her
out in
too.
the court of
Yeah,
law. I don't know if he gets tried by Tanzanian
right.
law or if because they're both citizens of the U.S., like they could trial him here in the U.S. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah. I think in the place of where it happened, though, you know, they probably you know, every country got their own set of rules and laws, and you know how they enforce things. So I would assume that probably the majority of how they operate over there, you know what I'm saying, depending on doing their investigation, if they don't come up with, you know, certain parameters of that he did it and stuff like that, then he might just be coming back over here. You know what I'm saying? And you know how that is gonna be. They
Yeah,
gonna attack the company, bad review, this and that, make them disappear for a little bit.
yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting, man. But the other aspect with this conversation, or this situation that took place, it has like branched off in so many different sub
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Interracial dating, like to what extent, what are we willing to subject ourselves to for the sake of being soft girl era?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what does that really look like in definition and stuff like that? And I
yeah,
wish there's a moment where you wish you kind of had like voice on the pod to kind of like bounce certain conversations off.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. It's very interesting because like I said, I never found a confirmed source of income for her. I don't know how she was making her money. You know, not saying any of that matters. And it
Bro,
justifies her not being here. But
right.
in order to successfully piece what we perceive to be a crime together, you have to ask all those questions.
Yeah.
What did you do for a living? How did you guys meet? What was the core of y'all's relationship? Was it a favor based relationship, or was this a romantic based relate? Like, you see what I'm saying? And that's when you start talking to people around them who really knew them, or whatever the case may be. Was this a genuine relationship? Is this just kind of something that Buddy did, ran, specific flavors around? Uh, just just because he could, like, you got to ask all those questions.
Man, straight up, people flaw, bro. Friends, family, everybody be flawed because you know we've seen relationship goals when it come to a lot of these celebrity relationships, a lot of your close friends relationship. Everything be relationship goals till it ain't. And then when you get on that other side, oh, I knew he would do something to her. Oh, I knew she wasn't right for him. Like people switch up all the time, bro. That's why I don't
Yeah,
even be too much can about, you know what I'm saying? And people be saying, because one minute, you know what I'm saying? You know, say you dating a chick and her homegirls, hey brother, hey this, hey that, and you know, you the same bitch got her out here doing this and that, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. No, I'm just being real, bro. Like people be flawed in the bit, bro. Like everything be relationship goals till it ain't. And it's in you on the other
yeah.
side, bro. People get on the other side fast, like, I knew he would have did that to her. Nah, talk about how he winded down y'all, how he took y'all out, how you was benefiting from it too. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro.
So
People
what's your
switch
take on
sides.
that though? Like, take on just people. We're just gonna call it what it is. What's your
You
take
got riding
on
them.
people having like negative motives in interacting with people, like
I
ill
just feel
motives?
like I'm just big on energy, and I'm big on like you get out what you put in, bro. The energy you put to the world, bro. Karma. I believe in karma. I know we talked about that on the episode. Like, I think like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you never know what people motives is. You know what I'm saying? It. Some people say it might be like not the wrong way to live, but I'm optimistic. I'm a very optimistic person. But then if something happen, it is what it is, bro. I done got to that point in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wish the best, but prepare for the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of see it. I'm not gonna say all the time. I do see it often.
Man,
Like, for example, I find myself in specific spaces where you don't assume will be populated by women. And I say this, and I'm gonna tread lightly when I say this because I don't want to
yeah,
come off like as misogynistic because that's not my goal.
they
But
ain't
like,
even real either.
huh?
They ain't real either, bro.
Misogyny.
Yeah, bro. Nah, hell,
But
bro, that should be stupid, bro. I hate those conversations online, bro.
the
I don't want to go
spaces
down
that
a
I'm
rabbit hole.
the spaces that I'm specific referring to is like cigar lounge, right? I like smoking cigars. That's my thing, right? So I find myself in cigar lounges where you don't. Typically, when I first started smoking cigars, like 2017 or so, like I didn't see a lot of women in cigar lounge. That wasn't a thing. You see what I'm saying? But now you see a lot of women in cigar lounges, right? And it's more common than not. And it's not necessarily somebody bringing a lady. It's just like single women in cigar lounges. I've even had a woman in cigar lounges describe that they come here because art is a hobby that not all men care to explore. There's a specific caliber of men that explore cigars and really enjoy the richness of the craft. And I was like, damn, I never thought about it like that. And she went on to say, well, and that's why she and her homegirls find herselves in spaces like this because they want to be in the presence of those specific men. It's like it's
Is she
not.
being honest?
She goes, it's different than going to a lounge, like just a hookah lounge or going to a club or going to a day party, or whatever the case may be. It's like being at a cigar lounge like this. It's people who are really about their business in these spaces, and at the very least, they're here to network. But of course, they're trying to, put themselves out there for men. Anyways, I say all that to say, they also talk. Like I've also seen women who dare by themselves just kind of run up on tab on niggas. You see what I'm saying? And I'm indifferent about that because I'm like, if you let a shorty run up a tab on you, hell, you
Yeah, you
deserve
the
to get a
dummy. Yeah,
tab.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You deserve to get a tab ran up on you. You feel me? Like if you don't know how to read the room, or if you so thirsty to like jump on a shorty and she get you for $200, $300, $400, her and her homegirls, you deserved it. You feel me?
I think it come with the culture.
What you mean by that?
Like, I think if you a guy going to a cigar lounge, you know the culture. And if there's women there, friends there, and they come up and try to holler and you talk to you, you ain't that oblivious to know like either you finna run up a tab and they gonna disappear, or you finna run up a tab and have a good night, bro. I think everything is a culture, bro.
But the other aspect is that's the that's the illegitimate intentions, right? Because you could like
No,
once again, I
bro.
wish we had a woman's voice to like
It's just hard.
give
Hey,
their
man,
input. But my thing is like, you know, this what if this shorty just smiling enough to get what she want and then tell you to have a good night?
what I'm saying is that come with the culture. It's gonna be
That's the
it's hit or
game.
miss. I think that's what it is. You can't be upset if that happened, and if you get her, take her home, start talking to her, then you won, or you felt like it, or you don't ever know it's gonna pan out. But I think it's 50-50.
It's a game.
And I think you gotta know what you're going into. Like you just said, the environment, the caliber of people at that type of, you know what I'm saying, a cigar lounge, y'all
Hmm.
already knowing, you gonna either trick off or you might find the love of your life. I don't know.
Yeah, and I guess that's also why I don't believe in just spending bread, let alone buying somebody a drink. Even if y'all just having a conversation, and most people say, platonic friends of mine have told me, it's just a gesture to keep the conversation going. I'm like, it don't need to take all that. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
yeah, yeah. You
saying?
should have to. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, if you're enjoying a conversation with somebody and you want to continue sitting next to this person and continue the conversation, they should not have to buy you a drink
The
to
world's
continue that
sensitive now too.
conversation.
That's borderline like going into some type of, you know what I'm saying? The word we can't say, like, you know what I'm saying?
Prostitution, I'm gonna say it.
No, the R word. Like you never know. You person get liquored up and you take them home and do some stuff. They might
Oh,
say,
I got you. I got you. I
but
got
like
you.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. You cross it
Yeah.
over thin line,
But
bro.
my thing is like it's just you can't you just be genuine. That's how I look at it. Just be genuine, right?
But a lot of people ain't genuine in this world, bro.
And that's the problem, right? I know a
Yeah,
young lady specifically, she a bartender, right?
yeah.
And she said the majority of her beef at work is with women. She goes, because those women would come, just get a glass of water, and then they'll just leave seats open next to them, and they'll just, be chilling. They'll just be sipping on a glass of water. Some of them might go as far as ordering the first drink, but that's it. They come sitting down there, a glass of water, maybe buying their first drink, but the intention is to get like men coming towards them. You see what I'm saying? That's how
Hmm.
she described it to me. And granted,
Yeah.
you're always gonna have you're always gonna have people who are not necessarily doing that. I'm not saying all shorties are doing that, but that's how she described her experience being a bartender. She goes, those are the women that she has the most conflict with because at this point you're just taking up bar seats, and you got to keep in mind they're getting paid base pay, but it's probably nothing. But the majority of their money is commission. So the more people they can get in and out those bars, run up the highest tab, that's how the bartenders really make their money. Whereas you just out here taking up a seat, just sipping on water. Sweetheart, you got to get up. She said that's the biggest conflict she had, having to tell women that's just coming to the bar, waiting for men to come sit next to them and buy them drink and food to get up. She said that's her biggest conflict.
But even that culture, bro, you
That's
gotta to
crazy.
be a bartender and server and stuff like that. You gotta have a certain level of flirtatious game. You gotta have a
Yeah.
level of playing the game to get your tips and stuff like that. Like I'm sure there be people that be having genuine conversations, but past that, shorty there to just get her tips, bro.
Yeah. And sex appeal matters. That's in any line of work, though.
Definitely,
You see what I'm
definitely.
saying? That's in any line of work.
Going back to the topic at hand, like how he ran into her and stuff like that. You never
Yeah.
know what it was, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's because to me that sets the tone for the type of relationship that you're having. Like if you meet somebody off the basis of splurging, one, you've set that tone. Right now, you've set this expectation that you have to keep up with naturally. But that matters though, because now it's this is not a genuine relationship. This is a quid pro quo
Yeah, so I
type
was
of
just having this
relationship.
conversation with somebody, and it's hard to find genuine relationships these days, just because of culture of dating, culture of meeting people. Everything is an exchange. Everything is give and take. Like to get a girl number or something like that, you may have to buy her something, do something first, and this and that, and then from there, it done already started off transactional. So like,
Yeah.
where do you expect to go from there? And then when the guy get what he want, where does she expect to want more if you've already done that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if a guy feel like, oh, you only mess with me because of this, then we're gonna keep the transactions going. But as soon as I know I slow down or they come back, you gonna find the next, go into the highest bidder. So relationships is just hard, and you know what I'm saying, these days to be it ain't no genuine. It ain't nothing genuine these days.
Yeah, yeah. Everything is conditioned. Everything has conditions to it. People joke about the term when they say anything's for sale for the right price. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I believe it though, because the only, especially when you talk about from the standpoint of relationships, the
yeah,
only genuine and unconditional type of love you'll ever receive is the love that your parents, specifically the love of a mother, well, it can give you. But
yeah. Even
outside of
then,
that, it's conditional. It's
Even
conditional.
then, not my situations, but you start seeing situations where even if the child can't do for them or something like that, they'll get.
If
You
the
know what I'm
child
saying?
can't do right, you
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? Like you
yeah,
have to give the child so many opportunities, continue to open my doors, and they just continue being a mess up in life or continue to abuse
or the
things.
parents wanting something back for how they raised you and what they did for you growing up and stuff like that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and
That
that
be
could be
happening
a
too.
toxic relationship. We talked about this a
Yeah,
little bit with Glorilla's situation. Not the
yeah.
parents necessarily
With the
demanding,
sister,
but the
yeah,
siblings, right?
yeah.
Siblings be like, "Well, damn, we was here with you while you were struggling, or whatever the case may be," and
And they
she's
feel
like,
like they owe something.
"What that got to do with me having to sponsor your lifestyle?" Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But man, yeah, it is hard to find genuine relationships. So the question is, how do you navigate that?
I mean, I feel like at our age, especially at our age, what Drake had the song "No New Friends." I think you gotta navigate, especially in business. Like me and you talked about, like you said, a marriage is technically like a business. Like when you in certain spaces, it should be an exchange of what we can do for each other. Not that it has to be that, but if you're not an asset, you're a liability, bro. straight up. Like I don't have room in my life. I don't have room in my life to add people that will be a liability. That's only pulling away from me. That's only giving, taking. Now, I'm I'm naturally a careless person, and I would give or help out but the minute people feel like they being used and abused, and especially if a person ain't grateful, dead, out of the cut off. So honestly, frat brothers, close family, you know what I'm saying, networking and work and stuff like that. Some of my vendors we real cool. There's not really I need you for this, you need me for this. It comes with the title, but outside of that, it's like, all right, we got to be cool people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I find my people. But it's an energy thing, bro.
Even that, they mess with you because you're keeping money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Or if I'm not putting money in their pocket, can we still go out? Can I still, what I'm saying, we still ride the jet skis? You know what I'm saying? We gonna go out, hang.
Yeah.
But I'm a transparent person, so everybody I deal with, like, you know what I'm saying, they know what it is. I ain't snaking. I don't really need nothing from, you know what I'm saying, you anyway. So I tread lightly when it comes to that type of stuff. And in life, people gonna cross you. People gonna show you their true colors, and you just gotta keep it moving. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Yeah, life has
So what
taught me a lot, man.
what you think gonna transpire from the story though? Like how you think it's gonna play out?
Um,
Cause didn't they take him into custody?
last I read on the story, they had took his passport, and so he's
I
still
mean,
in the
that might be
country.
in his favor there. Because you feel me? He
Yeah,
owned, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The bread, he taking care of the whole. Listen,
yeah.
y'all gonna sit me down, put me in the best available suite y'all got. We still gonna, you know what I'm saying, treat it like it's a vacation. But I just be thinking like, what do people think gonna happen on the other side when you do heinous acts like this? Like, you
So
think it's
assuming
just
he
gonna
ki- assuming
just
he
assuming he did it?
assuming he did
What
it.
do you think gonna come from this? Like, you thought it was just gonna be a, you know what I'm saying? Just gonna get swept under the rug. Nobody was gonna care about a person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. And then the only other thing I would say is like people people I think the short fuses and like how people react without thinking and things like that, they just like loose cannons. They really don't understand consequences.
But the other aspect too is like people don't even think about the consequential aspect of things. I think when you read about homicide, suicide situations, that's
Yeah, it
somebody
just be
actually considering the consequences. Like, damn, I'm gonna sit in jail for the rest of my life for this. So they just take
yeah,
themselves out, unfortunately, right? So
yeah,
they commit the crime that they want to commit, and then they take themselves out right afterwards.
yeah,
So those are
yeah.
the two people that I truly believe seriously consider the consequences of it. But outside of that, I don't think people consider the consequences. And the other aspect too is news dies so quickly,
After 2 weeks, I read what they was
so
saying.
quickly.
Two weeks, bro. 2 weeks, something else gonna happen. We ain't gonna be talking about it. 2 weeks.
I mean, think about it like this, and it's been some time for this story, but think about George
Char-
Zimmerman, bro.
Think about Charlie Kirk. Ain't nobody talking about that no more.
Charlie
It, it,
Kirk,
it was a little bit and it died down. You know what I'm saying? George Zimmerman died down. George
George
Floyd,
Zimmerman with
like,
the Trayvon Martin. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like George
that was
Zimmerman,
a big
ain't no
story.
telling what he's doing right now with his life. You feel me?
Yeah,
George, like people, if people get away with certain things, it's just like it's best for them to kind of go off to the sunset. What was the other lady who killed her daughter, had her daughter in the trunk of the car or something like that?
well, yeah.
Uh,
That's the one. I remember that one too. Yeah, died down. You never heard.
yeah,
What they do? They do little remakes of little shows. It'll come back up.
yeah,
What was the Gabby Petito or that story
yeah.
when
So
her and
that
the
story,
boyfriend went on? Like it's just, bruh, something gonna happen in 2 weeks.
yeah. I
Two
mean,
weeks.
once it dies down enough, they'll probably come out to tell their story for a bag. You know what I'm saying? Because the other aspect is like it's gonna be hard for you to go back to living your regular life. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever company this dude was a part of is probably gonna take a hit. So it's gonna be hard to go back to living your life. But then again, if you get away with something like that, which I hope justice is found, whatever that
Mm-hmm.
looks like, whether it looks like she actually committed suicide and the justice is in favor of him, or he killed her and justice is in favor of her. But I hope justice is found. But what I'm saying is, um, you know, you're still gonna be able to sit in front of like a news broadcast station and get a bag for your part of the story. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so
for sure.
that's gonna keep them
They be
afloat.
thirsty for the negative side and the
Yeah,
positive
that's
side.
gonna keep them afloat.
Another thing I thought about, bro, is how do in 2026 you can't figure out things, bro, with all the cameras, technology, the pings on cell phone. Bro, I be seeing stuff, they be solving murders from 30 years ago because a cell phone pinged in the area,
Yeah,
text messages they recovered. I'm like, bro, how could you even get away with something in 2026, bro? Teslas, remember the shooters that killed the rapper out of Jacksonville?
yeah.
They walked past the Tesla. The Tesla was recording. Like, bro, you can't, I don't know how you get away
Well,
with
see,
stuff.
when you ask
It's,
questions like that, that's why it can be easy for me to be a conspiracy theorist because now
bro,
I could argue that this was all premeditated, right? Like this dude had to go set this up in a country
for
that didn't
sure,
have the best resources,
for
where he
sure.
was well connected, knowing he could pay off the government officials to commit such an act. But the other aspect is there's still unanswered questions from like, how do you go from proposing to celebrating a birthday to somebody is now
If it's
dead?
premeditated, bro, he probably, like you would say, allegedly, if he would have did that and took her over there to make it look like it was all good and had already had it in his mind to do it, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Get her away from this country, get out there where he got a little bit more power and do it like that. You know what I'm saying? You
Or
never
or
know.
he or he could have just snapped. He could have just snapped. They could
And
probably
that
just
and that and
argued
that's
and he
why I
could have
feel
just
like when the
snapped.
snapping happened, it's easier to get to get caught.
Yeah.
It's a lot of loose ends, like you don't, you know what I'm saying? One of the things I read was the guy came, knocked, and then she said come back 15 minutes later, and then 15 minutes later she was hanging. It's, I don't know. I'm sure you don't think they got like cameras or any type of security system in that type of area.
I don't know. Like the more you think about this story, the
It's, yeah, it's
scarier
crazy.
it can get. And
But it's even scarier just thinking of the fact that he may get off. If he didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? Like if he did do it, he may can still get
yeah,
off.
yeah,
That's the scary part about it.
yeah. But I mean, the other aspect is how is he gonna thrive in life? You see what I'm saying? Like going back to George Zimmerman, we don't know what George Zimmerman is, but is
Bro,
he really
bro,
thriving?
I think life goes on and thriving ain't the word. Like he probably made more money after the Trayvon Martin thing than before. Cause remember he was just, what was his
He was a security,
security
community
guard.
patrol officer or something
Remember
like
that
that.
GoFundMe all the people was donating to, got hundreds of
Yeah.
thousands of dollars. Like he got more money after.
Yeah, community
So
patrol officer, just so he could fight his case.
yeah, so I don't know,
Yeah,
bro. But yeah, it's a sad, sad case. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to the family and things like that. But I don't know. I just try to.
yeah. And the other
I don't like.
aspect is
I don't like going to other countries anyways. Already like
the other
that.
aspect is you have this person living a set lifestyle, and the sad part is the family had to create a GoFundMe just to try to raise 50 grand to get her body back. And granted, her money or whatever money she has access to is not necessarily what money her family has access to.
Yeah.
I don't know, stuff like that kind of creates a level of questioning too. You see what I'm saying? Okay, like how plugged in were you guys from a family perspective, right? His family, her family, especially when you talk about getting ready to join lives.
Right. Right.
How plugged in were you guys really if even if you can't get in contact with him because he's not in a good mental space or whatever, but where you can't get in contact with his loved ones to kind of, you know, not have to create a GoFundMe. There's so many questions with this story, bro. So many
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah. And a lot of content. I mean, honestly, and going back to the content creator aspect of it, people people be like having it messed up because I don't think content creators make money how people think they make money.
Yeah. And you gotta
Like what
really
they say,
be
followers don't convert to dollars. You know what I'm
it
saying?
don't. It don't. And you gotta really be out there in the limelight. Like you have like people like Drewskis who's probably just like eating. Drewski
Yeah,
probably
because he
making
had
more money than
commercials,
some of these
T-Mobile, like yeah,
NFL
for sure,
NBA players. You see what I'm
for
saying?
sure, for sure.
Like he has deals with Prize Picks. He have deals with
Not
T
the
like
top ones, but
like
yeah,
literally
yeah,
he got deals everywhere. So Drewski is probably eating. But the other aspect is like these other kinds. Like I said, I was on her social media page and I didn't see like when I originally went on there, it was like 40,000, right? And let's just assume like the news got to me 2-3 days later. That means that it probably grew from whatever the starting point was. Right now, it's at
Right.
like 100, like 40,000. Last I looked,
Yeah.
140,000 or whatever the case may be. So it's like her following is growing now. But even on the social media page, I didn't see any like brand promotions. It was more so like her lifestyle. She's living her best life. She's not having to work being taken care of. That's kind of what I got from her social media profile. So,
And a lot of women out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, it's a
Ain't gotta work,
game.
getting taken care of. Yeah, for
This
sure.
relational thing is a game, bro. But this is the thing. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
For sure.
You feel me? And once again, we're not referring to this young lady specifically because we
Yeah.
don't know what the confirmed details of her relationship was. But in general, people who are out here using people for resources or whatever the case may be. And this is another hard question. This is another hard conversation that people are not ready to have. When somebody is sponsoring your lifestyle, whether you believe it or not, they have complete say
Control.
so over your
Control.
lifestyle. You see what I'm
Control.
saying?
For
That
sure.
comes with it. You see what I'm saying? When somebody is sponsoring your lifestyle, when somebody is sponsoring your full lifestyle, they have complete say so over that lifestyle that they're sponsoring.
Yeah.
And you got to be mindful of that. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people will argue against that. But hell, you ask anybody who has sponsorships. Ask these athletes who got a Sprite deal, Nike deal. Ask Kanye West who got an Adidas deal. Can you go out here and say anything? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
will pull your sponsorship. And
As
that's
long as
no
I'm
different. That's
as
no
long as I'm
different
giving
than
you this, yep.
yeah, that's no
Yep.
different than a nigga out here sponsoring you. He
Goes
gonna
back to
pull your
branding too.
sponsorship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm sponsoring, if you sponsored by Adidas, you can't go out there wearing Nike everything. You ain't gonna be
Yeah,
promoting
Adidas
Nike.
see that. Yo,
I'm
what's
paying
up
you
with
two
you?
two hundred
Like,
and
nah, you
ninety
know
thousand.
what? Let's retract this contract, nigga. Yeah, go ahead, go get you a Nike
Yeah.
deal. And that's how it is if you're being sponsored by a dude.
That's what
You see
happened
what
to
I'm
Kanye,
saying?
right? He became a billionaire, then overnight he dropped back down to a millionaire.
Adidas pulled that contract, whatever the case may be. It's like, yeah, it's
Overnight.
same thing with shorties, man. Like if you are here living a lifestyle where dude is sponsoring you, like you have to understand what comes with that. You see
For
what I'm
sure.
saying?
For
Like
sure.
you can't be out here doing whatever. Anybody can't be texting you. You can't be like texting anybody. There's a level of control. It's unfortunate, but that's what comes with the territory.
And I
Don't play
think
stupid games and win stupid prizes. Don't do that.
and I think also when there should be a level of respect, like you said, but also when a person feel like they're being betrayed or used, that probably bring out another side of them. Like that's what that's being like snapping. And this be female
Yeah.
of them. If a female feel like, man, I had you using my car, I got you a job, I got you on your feet, and then you go out there and cheat and this and that, like they feel betrayed. Same
That's
with a
the
man.
snapping.
If
Yeah.
I'm paying all the bills, I got put you in the best this and that, da da da. You go out and mess around, like you gonna feel betrayed.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And like I said, there's no telling what happened. If it wasn't premeditated, then that means he snapped. And to your point, and this is how it's so easy to become a conspiracy theorist, right?
Yeah,
To your point, if he did snap, there was probably a level of betrayal relative to the lifestyle that he was providing her versus how she was showing up to cherish that lifestyle.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Either way, she don't deserve to be dead. That's not what we're saying at all. But you
Nah, this
gotta,
has nothing to do with just not even this situation. It's just period.
yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta,
heck nah. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
you gotta evaluate all those things when you're trying to piece something together.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I know it's been a couple other ones too. We just got to read up on
Oh
some
man,
situations happening. But
man, you've had a lot of people posting all kinds of like different
yeah,
people who have,
they bringing back all the stories, and it all tie back to black men.
yeah.
Crazy, right?
You can't make this up, but that's another story for another day.
Hey, Kevin Samuel's starting to get posted back again too. All this stuff be
Really?
coming up.
To be
Yeah,
honest with you, I'll be honest with you, bro. I wasn't really on Kevin Samuels
bruh. Till
when he
after he
was
passed,
alive.
bruh,
Yeah, I wasn't really on Kevin Samuels
I
until his
was
live.
that boy.
His his content kind of flooded my algorithm after he passed away. And the more I understood his content, the more I consumed his content, the more I realized his messaging was on point.
For sure.
His delivery
Right.
was aggressive.
Right. But that's
messaging was on point.
But that's with everything, bro. That's with everything. Just because I tell you the truth or facts is fact. You know what I'm saying? How we move with logic. Logic is logic, facts is facts. But like, just the way I say it, you don't like it, that still don't defeat.
And you know who reminds me of Kevin Samuels too?
It's true. Yeah.
Charleston White.
Yeah, Charles. Yeah.
He's kind of
he even worse though.
He's kind of like that though. Like he don't talk out of the side of his neck. His messaging
he be talking some real shit.
His messaging be on point, but his delivery is a bit aggressive. Is what I'm saying?
And that's why everybody that like kind of messes up the message and being received the right way.
Yeah.
Just because after they done heard something they ain't like, the whole message is out the window at that point.
Yeah, and to Kevin Samuels' point, like a lot of things he tried to. This is how
he was calm. He used to be real calm though, 3 or 4 times before he take it there. Like for real.
This is my takeaway from his messaging, right? I think his messaging. This is my consumption of it. Right now, you have a few different people in this same space, like Kendra G. But we'll talk about her.
Yeah, Kendra G.
We like Kevin Samuels. Like my interpretation of his messaging is that he was trying to show his listeners, and he was doing this both men and women, why you're unrealistic with your expectation. Yet you're blaming the dating space for the delusion that you've created, centered around your expectations. That's what I got from his messaging.
No, that's you hit it spot on.
You see what I'm saying? Like you've created this level of delusion. Then you're setting this delusion as the standard. And because the delusion is not being met.
You're mad at the outcome?
Now you're blaming the dating space as a whole.
Makes no sense.
You see what I'm saying? And he would use real life examples as, well, this is what you want for yourself. What do you come with? Like, how many children do you have? How much do you weigh? Like, he pushed him being an image consultant.
Or put the statistics with the the heights, the weights, the height, the weight. How many people in the world actually make the amount of money you ask? Like, not realistic at all.
It's just not realistic. Your average person makes about $50,000, $60,000, right? You trying to put yourself in a very 1 to 5, like very high caliber, 1 to 5%, 10% tax bracket of the men that you want. Yet this is how you're showing up in the dating space. And, you got to realistically ask yourself, is that 1 to 10% group of men like standing in a line for a woman like you and what you bring to the dating space? That's what I got from his messaging.
Yeah. And then so many people just didn't understand, but it's because of the delivery or because they didn't want to understand. A lot of people stubborn. And the older you get, the less likely you are to change.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you say? You gonna die alone, die with cats? Like, bro.
And shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. Rest in peace. Like I hate that I got on him like after he passed away. And I'm like, yeah, but his messaging, I didn't necessarily disagree with his messaging. I think he was just real. And even with Kendra G, I think Kendra G has now Kendra G gives her audience a space to just talk. And I think her platform is centered around like people making fun of her viewers together. That's what I get from her platform.
Do you know she used to be opposed to Kevin Samuels and on the other side until after he passed? She's doing the exact same thing he was doing. Literally took his exact same like platform and put it on hers as a woman. She used to be the same. She used to be against it.
So now she's calling people out for their unrealistic expectations.
Correct. But prior to, she was one of the ones that was trying to combat Kevin Samuels. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Go back. Just type in Kevin Samuels, Kendra G, and it'll probably take you back to the old how she thought, and then now she do the exact same thing. Same thing, bro.
Yeah, those two, they're very interesting. But even like other spaces, like Pop the Balloon, for example, right?
Yeah, yeah, bro. That's all this stuff is just
like things like that. They don't necessarily have a messaging on that show. It's just more so you see for yourself how
But it's the same.
superficial people
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah. It's the same. Yeah, people just unrealistic. Like,
Unrealistic, superficial. And the other aspect to it too, if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it, right? The
yeah,
biggest thing on Pop the Balloon, especially when it comes to like men being appealing to women, men being
yeah.
appealing to women is like height, right? And don't get me wrong, your preference is your preference, right? But let's make one thing clear. As a man who stands 6 foot myself, I empathize with the short dudes. You see what I'm saying? And body shaming is body shaming, even if you're talking about somebody's height. You body shaming them.
For
And body
men, bro.
shaming is cool until you talk about somebody's weight. Then it gets out of pocket. Now
Yeah,
you're wrong.
but for men, you can call us fat. For women, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do it. And then also, like, men, naturally the breadwinners. When you short and got bread, that height don't matter. You see,
Yeah.
Floyd, keep him 20 around him. And Floyd, what, like 5 now? How tall Floyd is? That money don't matter. That money don't matter. I mean, that height don't matter when you got that bread. Men can overcome that, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, yeah, these shows just be exposing a lot. I just be wanting to know, like, later on down the line, like, what the outcome is. Like, these people that's popping the balloon, turning away men, trying to find that $500,000 a year guy, millionaire guy. 5-10 years, like they say, you're gonna be settling. You're gonna be looking for, you know what I'm saying, something to do, or you're gonna be alone.
And to be honest with you, the word settling is uneasy for me, right? Because a lot of people when they,
I think
let me tell you
everybody
something. When you find yourself navigating and searching for something, and you realize that whatever you're searching for is unattainable or unrealistic,
nobody perfect. You gotta settle.
And then you go back to the drawing board.
Anything below that is settling.
You reevaluate your options, and then you choose accordingly. A lot of people put the word settle on that, but in reality is you're just now being realistic. Now you're finally being realistic. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even look at it as...
So yeah, I see what you mean. I think, because expectation. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Like I don't look at it as settling. You feel me? Like, because if you find yourself, let's continue on with the dating conversation, right? Let's say if you a young lady in the dating space, you're 35, you got 2 kids. Let's just say same dad, prior marriage. You're in a renting space, so on and so forth. That's where you're at, right? That's it. Your center line, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You make about $65,000, $70,000. That's your baseline. That's where you're at in the dating space, right?
Yeah.
And as you're navigating the dating space, you have to essentially find somebody that's comparable to where you're at in the dating space.
Right.
What that means is you have to be open to dating men with 2 kids, making $70,000, also in the renting space. You see what I'm saying? That, like, when you find yourself trying to operate outside of what you are, I think you're now being unrealistic.
But to that point, you can always unsettle. So the word settle is you can settle in a relationship.
How does one person unsettle?
Listen, you can settle in a relationship, but then you can get a divorce and change that. You can settle on a job, but then you can change that, right?
But even that though, when you okay, let's take that and run.
You get what I'm saying?
Let's take that and run with it, right?
You settling until you're not.
Let's take that and run with it, right? You find yourself in a relationship and you decide to walk away from that relationship, right?
Yeah. The settling was done, but now you change it.
And let's say if you produce children in that relationship, right?
Yeah.
Now those children have to grow up in separate homes, so on and so forth. For whatever reason you dissolve that relationship with, and let's say you don't find nothing else, right? If you don't find nothing else, then what did you really do?
But what if you do? There's always two sides to the coin. So I'm like, I get what you're saying, but that you settled and got out of it, or like say she
let's
did
take that
produce
and run with
kids.
it.
What
What
if
if
she
you
didn't
do?
produce kids out of it? Yeah.
What if you do find something else? The other aspect is what you found. It's not that it didn't come with its unique set of problems. Is that you just had enough time to think during this space of
And then
having and
move.
not having to
Yeah.
know that certain things are not worth it. Like certain
Right.
arguments are just not worth it. So
Right.
certain things are not worth pushing the narrative for. It's not that serious. You see what I'm saying? Like you've had enough time to humble yourself during their time of singleness, dating around, to know that it wasn't even worth it.
Right. Mm.
So what did
We
you
gonna get
really do?
we gonna get some females on the pod, bro. We
Oh, yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get some
we got to
females on the
continue this
pod. Have this
It's a good
conversation.
conversation, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got here. We definitely.
Bro, we just for real. All right, let's switch gears. NBA playoffs.
Talk to
What
me.
we talking about? Man, listen, Nuggets
Game one,
up
too,
right
bro.
now, 106. Yeah, 106-99. Nuggets down by 7 with 3 minutes and 38
They
seconds left.
playing.
They playing the Timberwolves. Ant-Man, he back.
Ant-Man back for the playoffs?
And then Cavaliers already beat the Raptors 126-113. Bro, these some high scoring games, bro. Don't nobody play defense in the NBA no more, bro. Every game passing 100, bro. But don't defense win championships?
That's what they say. This is the perfect time to get back on Prize Picks.
Oh, for
'Cause,
real?
you know,
Yeah, I need
these
to
dudes gonna
run some money
hustle.
up. I need to run some money up, man.
These
'cause
dudes gonna get their hustle on.
Football season emptied my account. Well, not my account, but on the money I started with. You know what I'm saying?
Prize Picks, yeah.
Yeah. Rockets and Lakers play at 8:30, round 1. Hawks and Knicks play at 6 on Prime Video. Yeah, Prime. So last night I'm on the phone with my brother and I'm like, he was like,
Rockets and Lakers play at 8:30? 8:30 your time?
PM, yeah, Eastern, yeah. So, I'm on the phone with my brother, and he like, ain't some games on tonight? Like, I'm like, bruh, I'm on the ESPN ain't showing nothing. ESPN2, ABC, looking at CB. I'm like, bro, ain't no games on. He like, bro, it's on Prime. I'm like, I forgot, bro. Like, you gotta go over to the app.
All playoffs are on
no,
Prime?
but like certain games, like three games, 2 games that they on Prime. So Timberwolves and Nuggets playing on Prime. Raptors, 3 games, and then Raptors and Cavaliers played on Prime. Hawks and Knicks playing on Prime, and then Lakers and Rockets on ABC. Like you gotta get the other app to even watch the game. Then it be looking like so computerized, and you can rewind and play and stuff. It don't even look the same. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a lot going on, man.
So we'll see who you think gonna win it this year. I think SGA, boy, that boy. It's gonna be hard to stop him, boy.
Yeah, so I haven't consumed too much of regular season.
I only start watching them in the playoffs too.
But OKC, I think from what I've consumed so far, they look good. So they look good, but that West has always been tough, bro.
It was 64-18. Yeah,
you got 3 teams in the West to me that could come out. You see what I'm saying? I know not Luka, but I know Lakers lost Luka and Reeves to some injuries, to close out the season. But Lakers could be a strong contender to come out the West. You have OKC that could also be a strong contender to come out the West. And you always got Denver Nuggets that could be strong to come out the West. But East is truly up in the air. Truly up in the air.
Well, San Antonio was 62-20.
Oh, yeah, San Antonio.
OKC was 64-18.
Yeah, San Antonio looking like a beast too.
In the East, Detroit at the top, 60-22. Then you got Boston, and then you got New York, Cleveland, Toronto, Atlanta. So,
I think the scariest team is probably Boston with Tatum.
Yeah.
They confidence back.
Yeah, they second in the East.
You got to keep in mind. Think about it like this. This is how scary Boston is this year. There was up there without Tatum.
Yeah.
Tatum last few games probably pushed him to second place.
What his name, man?
Jaylen Brown, yeah.
That boy getting off.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he getting off. So if you had your prediction right now, who gonna win the championship? I say OKC might repeat, bro.
Yeah, I don't have enough to disagree with that. I think the real conversation is who's gonna lead them in the finals.
Now I be having my faith in Ant-Man them just cause you know what I'm saying, I like how he how he balling and stuff, and like I like to watch them play. But bruh, if they don't slow SGA down, bro, the man can score when he want to, bro.
Minnesota's still missing two pieces, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like they don't have a sharpshooter, and I know they wanted that in DiVincenzo. That's probably why they were willing to trade away Cat. Like you still get a comparable big man.
Because KD out too. The Suns was looking decent too. Jalen Green and Booker and all them. Like, but KD out, right? Well, I mean, I know he went to the Rockets or whatever, but
I don't know. I think he played. Are you saying he's out for the playoffs?
nah. When he out with an injury?
No, not that I know of. He could be. Like I said, I haven't really kept on with the backstretch of basketball.
Yeah.
But anyways, going back to the Timberwolves, they still two pieces away, in my opinion. They need a sharpshooter.
Because he had the Rockets.
They don't have that in DiVincenzo like they thought they would have had.
Yeah.
And I think they need, another go-to 15, 20-point guaranteed score. Because right now, Buddy not consistent. The dude that came over from the Knicks, what's his name, number 30? For the Timberwolves, he just not consistent, bro. Black dude, I forget his name.
Lefty from
Yeah. He used to play for the Lakers. He got drafted by the Lakers.
Yeah.
He not consistent out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Who you got coming out the East? I know you got OKC running it back, but who you got them playing in the finals?
KC. Let me see. In the East, let me see. You were talking about Julius Randle, by the way.
Julius Randle, yeah.
In the East, right now, all I can see is maybe Boston, bro. Maybe Boston. But Cleveland, ain't it James Harden and Donovan Mitchell?
I don't trust James Harden, bro.
They got a scope, but Donovan Mitchell, I trust him. I think Boston, bro. It might be Boston.
James Harden might be the most regular season player that I've witnessed played any sport
Tony
in my
Romo,
life.
the man. What about the Knicks? The Knicks was making a stretch. Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, them boys, Josh Hart, them boys always kind of make a little noise, so you never know.
Yeah, I think the Knicks is this is what. So I believed in the Knicks early on, right? Because me personally, having torn my Achilles myself, I didn't think your boy was gonna come back this year. So that's why I believed in the Knicks, right? You had Halliburton still recovering, and you had Jason Tatum still recovering. I didn't think the Knicks could, given the season the Knicks had last year, I think they was going to make it to the finals without Tatum, without having to go through Tatum in Boston, and without having to go through Halliburton in Indiana. But with Tatum back, I don't think they're going to make it to the finals.
You don't think so? You think it'll slow it down?
You think the Knicks are going to make it to the finals?
No, not. Well, I'm saying it might be a good conference game or something, but I don't know.
Bro, if Knicks play Boston, I got Boston 5-1, 5-1, like 4-1 in them. Yeah, 4-1 in them.
Nah, Knicks ain't no pushover like that. Nah, don't trip. They'll get 2 games.
Bro, games. If you look at let me tell you something. I haven't been keeping up with ball this year, but I've known that the Knicks have been blown out. Like, for example, let's take Detroit.
I don't never have no faith in them. Like, I know they be having good runs, but
Detroit has been blowing them out by the average like of 15, 20 points every time they play Detroit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And Detroit is at the top of your conference. Like, they're not showing up against. They're not showing up against good teams, so that's why I ain't got no faith in them.
Yeah.
That Detroit and Boston series will be a nice one.
Yeah. So let me see. So Detroit. Let me see the Eastern Conference. Let me see. So you got Western Conference, Eastern Conference, Pistons and Magic, Cavaliers and Raptors, Knicks and Hawks, Celtics. Oh, so Knicks and the Celtics will have to play each other the next round anyways if both of them win. Hey, the Hawks been kind of like creeping up silently now. I ain't heard too much about the Hawks now.
Let me tell you something. That trade deadline benefited them when they got Kuminga from what's the name?
Golden State,
and these other young boys. They just had a different fire about them. But I've been hearing that
the Hawks played the Knicks at 6, so I might check that out tonight.
I've been hearing that for
right now. Matter of fact, about to come on.
I've been hearing that for a while. How they felt like Trae Young was holding back, the Hawks.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. WNBA draft happened. You see how they reset the market now?
But yeah, them girls getting
These big
paid.
contracts. Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina, who played for the Fever, 4 years, $6.3 million, highest paid right now. I think in the number 1 pick, AZ Fudd from UConn, I think she got over $1 million on her contract now. So yeah, when you look at like the future, they showed a list of like current number 1 picks. And previous number 1 pick, 76,000, 78,000, 74,000, and jump to $1 million, bro.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
said,
they
they finna start getting to that bag, boy. But I hope the league make money this year.
yeah. And shout out to Caitlin Clark and shout out to Angel Reese for changing the game, man. I think
Yeah, for sure.
they definitely
she got traded. She got traded to Atlanta.
Yeah, she in Atlanta. She and Caitlin Clark definitely brought a different set of eyes on the WNBA, which gave them a different level of respect. And shout out to all the GOATs of the WNBA that came
who
before
paved the
them.
way, yeah, for sure.
But
Shout
they
out to them.
definitely changed basketball. Like this will go down
I
in
was
history.
Diana Taurasi. I'll come back.
This will go down in history as like Magic and Bird. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
this
is
they
the
did
Magic
for the game.
and Bird for like same thing because it was like that for NBA too.
For sure.
People weren't watching NBA basketball games back in the days. That's how people talk about it. It was just like it wasn't until Magic and Bird happened where it's like that brought a different set of eye, and obviously Jordan took it to a whole nother level. And now we know basketball how we know.
Sure.
But even now we're seeing that it's like going back down.
Because honestly, there's still that with NIL. You know what I'm saying? Flage making more money than at LSU than most of the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? And she went eighth. She went 8th and then got traded to Seattle. But I think they said she had like purchased 20 acres of land or something like that in Georgia, and she commercials and endorsement deals and all that, bro. They eating right now. So get to the WNBA, we got to see how it's gonna transpire. You know what I'm saying? But bro, they getting to that bag. Shout out to them, man. They finally getting, you know what I'm saying, what they've been fighting for.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
I just want to see how it's gonna pan out. You know what I'm saying? Is it gonna be, worth it? Because wasn't it? It's a certain agreement they reach, right? Collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
In order to fund all this. So hopefully it get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm happy for them. I'm just happy for them because they don't have to do other things in the off season.
Yeah, go overseas and But honestly, it's like also what type of bread or lifestyle you trying to live with the money too.
I mean, think about it like this, bro. $67,000 for an athlete. Like $67,000 for an athlete, bro.
Yeah.
Like first of all, you're not a random person, right? So you have the limelight to have to live a particular way. Like you need a level of
security. Because they make more money off the court than on the court, pretty much up until now.
Yeah. You need a level of security.
Right.
You don't need a level of
can't be living in the hood next door to me.
Like,
I ain't in the hood, but you know what I'm saying? Back home or something like that. Like, nah. But
the other aspect is with the salary that you're giving them, $67,000, like, can they really fund this life that is really necessary for them to kind of move around as celebrities that they are? No.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good that they, like I said, resetting the market from here, moving up. It give you like just a rejuvenation to the game. It's like these girls coming up now, boy. Woo! Like this draft, they eating, bro. It's like more power to them. Not the people that was before them and stuff like that. They gotta, wait till they rookie contract up and stuff like that and reset it and stuff like that. Hopefully it keep going. But I know I'll be tuned in a little bit more because the next thing everybody gonna be saying, was that money worth it? Was that money worth it? And also it was interesting because you saw how they was talking about how they asked the number 1 pick, AZ Fudd, about her relationship with Paige, and everybody was trying to jump to the defense of like, why does that matter in personal relationships? Then you saw all the like NBA players and ex-NBA players and commentators and analysts talking about like, Bro, they professional athletes. They adults, they professional athletes. The same way the men get it, the women gotta get it. They
Yeah.
same way they wanted more money, and now this what come with it. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on that? Like, now that they making more money and not even a whole, they're professional athletes, celebrities, like, you know what I'm saying? To your point, they gotta live a certain lifestyle. How do you feel about them being held to the same standards as the men?
I mean, I'm for it, man. I think anything that you put out there can and should get a level of criticism. You
Like,
see what I'm
should
saying?
professional athletes be protected? Is probably the question.
But
Like,
nah. I think their profession, no. Their personal life, yes. You see what I'm saying? Like,
unless
unless
they
you
put
put
it
your
out there.
personal life
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, unless, because you got a lot of, athletes who may find themselves on, like, these TV shows, like Love and Basketball, or not, I'm saying Love
Yeah,
and
yeah. That's
Basketball,
that's that's
but,
how they get their extra money. I know,
yeah,
like I get what you're saying.
Wives, stuff like that. You
Housewives,
see
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you putting your personal life out there, then that's now being subjected to a level of criticism. So that's not being protected. Whatever you put out there, you know, it is what it is. But if you're just talking about your craft, absolutely. We should be able to criticize your craft. We should be able to have an opinion, regardless if you like the opinion or if the opinion is too aggressive. As long as it don't cross the lines of disrespect, we absolutely should. And
But even with the men get disrespected.
yeah, but I don't agree with the disrespect though.
I don't agree with none of it, but what I'm saying is, if you're opening yourself up to that and you're in it, then I think it come with the territory. Not saying you should accept it. Like Russell Westbrook
Yeah,
don't play. We know Russell Westbrook
it
don't play.
comes
We
with
know
the
Draymond
territory.
Green don't play.
Yeah,
It's certain people you can't even play. Like Kenya Martin, just been
yeah.
serious his whole life. It's certain people you can't even play with. There's
You
certain
take
people
that
that'll laugh it off.
you take that conversation another step. You talk about, now we're seeing women
Brian.
refs in the NBA, right?
But yeah.
So when you see an NBA player talking
Going,
crazy to them like they
yeah,
talk to
I
a
think they
male
gonna say,
ref,
yeah,
it's fair game. You see what I'm saying? Like, if the nigga don't like the call and he calling you out of your name like he would call a ref,
yeah, that's it.
fair game. We're not saying it's okay, but it's fair game. Like,
because even now you got even just with Bronny and Bron, like Bron can't protect this kid like that. You're grown, bro. You in the league. You know how it is. Like,
yeah,
it is what it is. It come with the territory.
Because even like going back to that with Stephen A. You remember when he ran down on Stephen A?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's a battle your son got to fight. But the other aspect is I'm also not a father, right?
No, I get you. I think it was. I don't know, bro. You can't. I don't think you can mix business and personal, but business can become personal. So it's just hard to say, like, dang, you talking? That's my seed. That's my son. I brought him up, but also like this will come with the territory. So you battling it both ways. Now in that situation, I would have done what done what I can do to prepare him as much as I can, because this gonna come with it, and ignore the naysayers and keep doing what you're doing. But also you have that level of protection as a father. You know what I'm saying? That you gonna step in for your child. So everything, it's like on both sides of it.
Very sticky, bro. Very
yeah.
sticky. But it is what it is, bro.
But yeah, so WNBA, man, we got to make sure we like tuning in, staying up on that. They seasons be a lot shorter, less teams, stuff like that. They draft already happened. I'm interested to see the NFL draft and the NBA draft. Well, the NBA ain't done yet, obviously, but the NFL draft is actually this week, right? 23rd through the 25th. Next weekend.
Yeah. Did you see? I just saw the LA Rams. They
with the
they ran back Friday.
Ice Cube, Ice Cube son.
That was clean. I like that.
That's Chris Tucker real son. Look, just like him.
Yeah, that's Chris. Both of them.
I know. Ice Cube son.
Yeah. But that's Chris Tucker son. His mannerism. I don't know if he's he's in acting school or if he's an actor, but his mannerisms mirror young Chris Tucker for sure.
Yeah.
They did their thing with that remake. You see what I'm saying? They did their thing with that remake. I like it. That was nice.
Yeah. So, yep. We gonna have a pod right before the Our next pod we'll talk about the draft, who we think gonna go number one, the order of the team, stuff like that. I think it's gonna be interesting this year. I do. How can I say it without trying to?
I wouldn't even say I'm looking forward to it. I don't think
it's not a deep draft. Like I think a lot of the players in the NCAA returning. Like Mark Fletcher down at the U, shout out to him. A lot of players that was dogs. Jeremiah Smith could have been the number one receiver the
They're
last
making
2
too much
years.
money.
Yeah. Why go out? I ain't going out. I think Ohio State gonna look good as NCAA wise. Ohio State looking pretty good.
Yeah, they enjoying their youth, being a collegiate athlete, and they getting paid.
And they getting endorsements, sponsors,
Like they
cars,
the
clothes,
man. Is what I'm
all that.
saying. They the
Yeah.
man. Is what I'm saying. So I'm not mad at them. Why not?
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, I'm not mad. What else we got?
Was having a conversation about music, bro. How do you find new music? How do you find new music? Yeah, me and my sister was talking, bro. How do you find new music in today's society, bro? Like, I'm the type of person that I got the same few songs I listen to. Sped Up. Shout out to Fast Music 954. I listen to the same few artists, bro. Like on repeat, bro. I don't really listen to new music unless the artist I listen to might drop a new album here and there. But like back in the day, we was talking about R&B, bro. How Chris Brown just, the Usher concert just released. Yeah, they announced the tour. And like, first we was talking about R&B and is R&B still alive? A lot of the top R&B people, are older people that's been in the game a while. And then back in the day, you had groups and stuff too. I don't think groups exist no more. You had B2K, the tour. You had Destiny's Child. You had 3LW. You had like groups and stuff. I think, but Day 26, was that a group?
Yeah,
Day
you had a
26.
lot of. You had
But
a
like,
lot of.
who are the new groups these days? Do you have groups these days?
The last real group I remember is Migos, for real. But that's not even in R&B. I don't know.
Even in rap, like, what's the last group? I don't know groups. I know you had labels. You got like, when you had like MMG, you had Glorilla and what his name? Yo Gotti and all them labels, and then you got, you had Lil Wayne back in the day, YMCMB, and But like, what outside of label? Like, do they have groups anymore?
Nah, that's dead, bro. First of all, R&B. I think R&B is not dead. I think R&B has just changed. You feel me? I don't think like back in the days, R&B is like really marinating in love. You see what I'm saying? And just like, kind of undressing somebody's mind. Right?
Yeah. It's too vulgar now.
Yeah, it's just
Cardi B, City Girls.
To me, that ain't R&B, bro.
It's rap.
It's just I don't know. But you gotta understand what's catchy, bro. Like beats are
too.
catchy.
Yeah.
And a lot these
But them R&B songs back in the day used to have good music.
But they were original though. Well, majority of them was original.
Or remakes.
These are like remakes for the most part. You feel me? Like this is the majority of the music that we're consuming. It's just like a remix or it's being sampled or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Oftentimes we don't even know it's being sampled because that's so far from our day.
Bruh. It's like a song that's like four times changed, bro. From like the 60s to the 80s to the 90s to now, bro. Songs just be changed, bro.
Yeah, so
it's sampled.
So I think it's just not original, man. That's probably why we're not seeing too much like traffic with the R&B. And I can't even name like modern day R&B artists.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know, maybe I'm in the wrong place. Like how I get my new music is whatever's being played consistently, whether I'm in the store, whatever's on social media popping.
Because I don't listen to the radio. I know TikTok, like they, TikTok dances and social media. It'd be clips of songs, but those one hit wonders, or those would be like, catchy. But like actually real songs, getting the substance of that song, listening to it in its entirety. How do people do it? I mean, her answer was Apple Music. Like, when you go on these platforms. No, but or Spotify. When you go on streaming platforms, it'll tell you the top songs. It'll tell you the new release albums. It'll tell you that. And if you're a music connoisseur, like you will go in and look
and listen
on
to
Fridays, Saturdays, and try to see what done dropped. Or like my frat brothers might send some stuff like, my pro fights, like J. Cole, when he finally dropped, they like, hey, go listen to it and stuff like that. But like,
man.
But I don't really like, I don't know what to find new music, bro. I get in my car, get on my playlist, let it run, get to where I'm going, get out, do the same thing, bro. I'm not a...
Yeah. I think a lot of people, you'll keep up with like
I don't
artists
even have
that
Apple Music.
Same. I don't even have Spotify. I think you'll keep up with, the only thing I have Pandora and I don't even pay for that mug.
I don't have Pandora. I don't have no music streaming app, bro.
you'll keep up with artists at like if you vibe with those artists, you'll keep up with their new releases. Like for example, like when Ti just came out with the Let 'Em Know. Like first of all, the song was hot, so it was everywhere. And the other aspect is like we love Ti. You feel me? So people gonna go see what check out that new album, whatever the case may be. Same thing with J. Cole. People vibe with J. Cole, and like
Yeah.
J. Cole don't miss. So whenever J. Cole dropping anything new, people gonna want to go to get that new album. But
So
to your
back in
point,
the day, go ahead.
with these new artists, you almost have to have like something catchy, like a dance that
Yeah.
go along with your song,
Or
so
merch.
it could be in everybody's face
Yeah.
consistently. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that song has to be in everybody's face consistently, where people have to consume it.
Yeah, cause the line dancing wave been taking off lately,
Yeah, that's what I
and
said.
all them songs and stuff like that. You got to make something with a dance.
It got to
Got to make
come with a
something with a dance.
dance. It got to come with a dance, and it has to be in people's face
Or an
consistently.
influencer, you get it to create something to it that's gonna use it that everybody already following.
To your point, with like for example, Lamelo Ball,
Oh, Lonzo. I mean, Jello, his brother.
Jello, when he
Yeah,
dropped that one
that
song, I
song.
forget what
Yeah,
the song "Riding" now
yeah,
is hard, but
yeah,
that song got released on a stream. Like he was
yeah.
in the back of a car streaming. He played the song, and everybody, oh, let me go check that out. And that song just went crazy. You see what I'm
And
saying?
then his brother's in the NBA, so he's performed it at a
Exactly.
all-star halftime and all kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy work, man. But it is what it is, bro.
Hey, how you feel about ads? Bruh, no matter how many times YouTube throw ads in on my video, I am not paying for premium, bro. I refuse, bro. I will not pay for premium YouTube, bro. I don't care how many ads you throw in. I'm not doing it, bro.
I watch them, I listen to them because I have to. I mean, yeah, I'm not paying for anything. But you know me, I'm as frugal as they come, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't
I
paying for nothing.
I ain't never saw an ad that really like made me buy something either.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've been got on, especially watching YouTube,
Now you
like listening
got on
to,
people.
you kind of you kind of see like a video come up with the ad, and it's like, oh damn, this actually look like. Let me go check out this product,
Nah,
whatever.
never.
I've had a few ads that definitely got me for sure.
Bro, my
Um,
mind so one track. I'm one track minded. Like if it ain't nothing I've been looking for, or I'm that type of shopper. When you go into the store, you can't deter me to buy something, bro. Like I'm going to look for and find what I'm coming for, and if it
mhm.
ain't there, I'm out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just
See,
always been like that for some reason.
I'm kind of like that too. I go straight to what I need when I'm shopping in stores, and I don't find myself shopping in stores too much,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, not anymore. I'm
Now,
just e-commerce now, but I'm just saying, like, if I
yeah,
was to be in the mall or something, I'm going for a product I'm getting out.
yeah, and I can't say I've always had that discipline. I've had that discipline more often than not, but I can't say I've always had that discipline though.
Well, I think
But
it
that's
come
what.
with money too. Like,
The,
growing up, you ain't got it all like that to spend. So it's like you kind of map out your money before you go in the store. Like, I got $20. I'm finna go get this $12. I might have 5 left over. You ain't finna come and convince me to buy something for 19. I'm gonna have $1 left. You know what I'm saying? Something
yeah,
like that. Like, it might be more difficult.
yeah, and that ties into marketing though. Like you got to keep in
For
mind
sure.
what you combat as a consumer. Producers are literally always monitoring, right?
Yeah.
So you talking about producers paying for premium places on shelves? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like eye level places on
Yeah.
shelves,
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
like location in stores. Like, and it's no coincidence why your everyday items, like your milk, your eggs, butter, stuff like that. Things that you need on an everyday basis for the most part that you're probably gonna always use when you're cooking or doing something like that. There's no
Mhm.
coincidence that's always in the back of the store. Because you gotta
Yeah.
make your way through everything else to get this gallon of milk. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or to get that stick of butter. Like, that's no coincidence. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's these producers are always trying to identify, hey, how can we get consumers to consume more?
Well, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna try to be more open about music and stuff like that, because in our space we gotta get to what's hip, speak about trending stuff, even when you posting videos, clips, viral stuff like that, the song may contribute to the views. You know what I'm saying, or the
Yeah.
traction, stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna be more open to. But that's just how I am, bro. Listen to the same few songs, same few music or whatever. Call it what you want.
Nah, I feel you. Who your favorite artist right now? Top
Man, you
three.
know,
Who
you
you
know,
vibing with? Who you got on rotation?
Thugger, Ross. You know
South
what I'm
Florida nigga,
saying?
for real. Tell
Thugger
me you from
Ross,
South Florida without telling me you from South Florida.
Thugger Ross. You know what I'm saying? What else I be playing? A lot of down south music. I like a few little Boss Man D-Lo. I don't know, bro. Whatever you could speed up, bro, and play fast. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can speed up. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I go to certain stuff. Same little playlist over and over, bro. It ain't really nothing too crazy.
Man, I'm a J. Cole guy. It's just something about. Let me tell you something, bro. It's just something about listening to J. Cole, bro. Like J. Cole is the type of person that you could just listen to with your eyes closed, bro. No homo. You feel me?
God damn. Let me find out, my
Pause.
boy.
Pause.
I
You
know
can
I'm
listen.
messing
You
with you.
can listen. Like he's just such a storyteller, bro. Like, and
I
he's
like
like,
when Kendrick made that album like that, the swimming pool. Good Kid, Mad City.
yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah.
listen to that all day.
Man, Cole is such a storyteller, man. And he just like speak positivity, bro. Like he speak positivity in the heart of negativity. Like
Yeah,
I just love listening to J. Cole, bro. Like the man is just so nice with it. He's just nice.
yeah.
That's just my dude, bro.
He had a few of my own. Like I said, my profiles made me listen to that last album, and I played it on the way to work one day, just scamming through songs. He had a few on there. I like. Of course, it was the beat, but like I had a few on there. I like.
Cole, let me tell you something. J. Cole is different, bro. When you talk about like lyricists, when you talk about Drake is kind of like that too, but they say Drake don't write his own stuff. So I guess
I
that's why
mean,
we can't give him the kind of credit that we can give some of the other people.
man, Drake is Drake, bro.
Drake is kind of like that too, though. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't like that gangster music, bro. I don't like gangster rap music or none of that, bro. Because I mean, one, that thing hit too close to home, bro. Like you work so hard to get out those environments, you don't want to
Yeah,
continue listening to people glorify those environments, right? So I don't like consuming that, bro. But I do like a nice storyteller type of rapper, good good vibe music. That's my thing, bro.
but also, I mean, it's the best of both worlds. Like the fact that you can adapt and relate to those environments, but also that you got out. I think it just shows what kind of character you have or who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's another side to everybody, but like, yeah, this is how I'm living right now. But sometimes it's good if, you know what I'm saying, listen to that type of music
But the reason why I don't
to know
like
what
it,
not
bro,
to go back to.
the reason why I don't like it, bro, and this kind of ties into spirituality, but I think it's true, right? When I think of like
Yeah.
Lucifer, Satan, he was the angel of sound before he got struck down, right? And I think in many ways he still used his gift of sound to
Mm-hmm.
penetrate the hearts of people, right? Because
Uh-huh.
sound dictates how you live your life. Think about it like this: when you
No, for
pregame and
sure.
hanging out with your
For
boys,
sure. For
there
sure.
are
For sure.
specific music that you
For
put
sure.
on to
For
set the
sure.
tone. When you
Yeah.
hanging out with your lady, you
It's gonna
chill
be different. Yeah,
environment.
yeah,
There's a
yeah, yeah.
specific sound that you put to set the tone. When you working out, there's a specific sound for that.
You
When you
right, you right.
studying, when you working, jazz, you probably got some jazz music, something soft, chill in the back. There's a specific sound for that. And that's why I think it's important that we consume the right sound, because the wrong sound can give somebody who does not have identity a level of identity that they shouldn't be consuming. Like it's
So
no
listen,
coincidence that we're seeing a lot of these young rappers and
yeah,
these
why
young
is
guys like just taking each other's
they
life.
want to
That
glorify
ties
what?
into
Yeah, yeah,
sound that they're
yeah,
consuming.
yeah.
I truly believe that. I could be a conspiracy theory, but I truly believe that.
So everybody should listen to gospel music.
Gospel music, get my day started. I was just telling somebody that today. I'm like, there's certain things that is just too early to listen to, bro.
Hey,
It's 9 o'clock and we playing Tupac, bro. Like not Dear Mama. Like Like,
Parents,
not dear
parent,
mama. Come on, bro.
you
Certain
you
things
knew
is just too early to
you knew it
listen
was
to,
that type
bro.
of day when you woke up growing up and mama was blasting gospel music while cleaning up the house and stuff,
Yeah,
cleansing your soul.
man, some things you gotta set your tone for your day, bro. Like I said, I could be a conspiracy theorist, or maybe I'm tripping, but things like that matter to me, bro. You can't just plan anything, bro.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
yeah,
get with that.
man. Same music. It don't really influence me to go out there and do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm in tune with myself. I know I'm a product of my environment and my choices. Product of my choices, but I love my environment. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But yeah, this was a good one, bro. This was a
Yes,
good
sir.
pod, bro.
Yes,
One of those
sir.
random pods, man. These be the best ones, bro.
Yeah, we gonna check back in. Like I said, the draft next weekend. I'm gonna be in New York for the first time too. So going to New
You ain't
York.
never been to NY?
Never flying up next weekend. So
You gotta visit the Statue of Liberty. That's a sight to see.
if
They
we
typically they're gonna take you on a boat tour over there.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna be with the fellas, so we'll see what we got planned. You know, we might just hit Times Square, sightsee, stuff like that. But you know, that's the game plan. So I'm gonna definitely inform you on that. But yeah, man, y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. We got the YouTube fix, so make sure y'all comment. Let us know what y'all wanna hear about next, and we're gonna keep bringing y'all this good content. So it's the A and B Mobcast. We out.
Yeah, baby, that was a good one.